Right, guys, welcome to Tango's TikToks. Let's see what our conspiracies have got for us today.
Okay, so I've been thinking this for like a month. I figured out who the Antichrist is. I just posted a video. You should check it out. Is anybody else not seeing this? Anybody else? Mark my words, that guy is about to come forward and truly reveal himself to the world. Go watch the video I just posted. It's a stitch of his most recent little speech that he was giving. And look this guy up and tell me if he doesn't fit the bill. They said it would be someone who came out of the Middle East too. So anyone who's thinking Trump and Elon Musk are, you have no actual knowledge of any scripture. And if you've been wondering who it is, here's my guess. Check out my video I just posted. Okay,
So yeah, I've been a lot has been coming forward lately about this guy. He's basically, let's see what it says here. No, doesn't say his name. Let me see if they mention it in the comments. Yeah, is it Imam Mahdi, who says he's Jesus? He says he's Jesus. He says he's Muhammad. He says he's all religions, and that he's the king of this earth. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know.
What the hell is going on out here? Is the whole world losing power? First, Spain, the lights went out, the traffic lights were messed up, and hospitals were operating off of generators. This is what I heard. Then there was a blackout in Portugal. The traffic lights went out. Same thing with the hospitals with generators, mobile networks limited. And then there was a blackout in southwestern France, but that only lasted a few minutes. What the hell is going on out here, guys? Could that be coming to us? To a city near you? Shh! Shut up! I don't know, guys, but this is what I'm hearing. I don't know if this is true. This is what I heard. This is what I heard. I know I'm always playing around talking about get ready, but this time around, get ready. Nah, I'm just playing, guys. You only got to get ready for work. Let's be real. Imagine us without power. Some scary times. That's why you got to be ready so you don't got to get ready. There's so much going on in this world, guys. I don't understand how these lights can turn off and then turn on out of nowhere. But that's what's up, guys. I'm glad that they fixed the problem. They're saying that all of the lights are back on, at least most of them at the moment. That's what they're saying. I don't know because I'm not there, but this is what I heard. I didn't say any of this. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just letting everybody know that these countries have blackouts, and I hope the problem was solved because that's not cool. And I hope everybody's safe where they at and everything is okay. Do any of you guys live in that area? Let me know. I don't know what the hell is going on out here, but I'm on my way to buy a generator. I gotta go. What the hell is...
Right, so first off, I just can't take this guy seriously. I've seen a couple of his videos and, like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what type of person he is. He seems like a good bloke, but I just can't take him seriously. Second of all, I live in Europe, so we get most of the news that comes from Europe. Now, this whole electricity outage lasted about 4 hours at best. So people were mildly inconvenienced. Whether it was a cyber attack or not, I have no clue. The official report is that it wasn't a cyber attack, but they won't give an explanation as to what it was. That's it.
I'm on to their grand scheme. Follow me for a second. First off, the blackout was not a cyber thing. More videos coming out about the strange thing that covered up the sun yesterday morning that they tried to hide. Made a video about it last night showing just how big it was and bringing up nodes and kachinas and other stuff, right? Then today they come out and they say it happened because a giant solar flare. Then all of a sudden the world, or part of the world, was plunged into straight darkness. No phones, no nothing. By the way, this is all satire. They want you to think they have more power than they really do. They're diviners and witches, so they do know what big events are coming in the future. Completely irrelevant. Watch this for 1 second.
Sufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt
completely irrelevant, not related at all. But I'll say all the higher-ups, all the big people in this world, they know what's on the way. The changing of density and mass with these celestial objects going over and going around us and making certain pathways, weakening the Earth's crust and other things. Which is why we have the whole pole shift narrative. Of course, their narrative is off, but there is something. And that's something they want to take credit for. So when the world goes dark, it's not just dark, but there's major controversy all over the place. You could call it tribulation. Because the auroras in the Carolinas and all the crazy blasts on the Schumann frequency, all this stuff is not normal. Them hiding giant things going by the sun is not normal. Bookmark this video because these planetary...
Right, so this guy is basically saying certain witches, I don't know, and they know, they go by celestial, and so they can basically say, you know, they know what's going to happen in the next couple of days or next couple of weeks, so they can say, well, this is magic or whatever, when it's actually science. He's also saying that Klaus Schwab, whatever, I don't know, I can't say his name, you know, what he said isn't relevant. It is relevant. They do tell us beforehand their plans. But as for what the sunspots on the sun or going past the sun, like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I might be completely wrong, but from electricity is not wireless. Batteries are, but that's batteries. You've got electricities in a battery. Actual electricity is wired up, and electricity is generated either by nuclear, or energy is generated by nuclear or fossil fuels, oil. So how is that even possible that the sun affects the electricity grid? Because what happened in Spain, in Portugal, in France, some parts of France, and blah, 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 is the electricity went out. Obviously, the cell phone coverage is going to go out because cell phone masts are powered by electricity. And they're not powered wirelessly. They're wired up. So something else happened. I might be wrong. If I am, let me know down in the comments.
I named 5 different.
This wasn't just a random blackout in Europe. It was a live experiment on society. The Simpsons warned that something big is coming. In a forgotten episode, Kent Brockman breaks in with urgent news. Europe has gone dark. No power. No explanation. Lisa stares at the screen and says, "They're watching us, not saving us." The blackout spreads, and so does the silence. No warnings, no panic, just people waiting, refreshing screens that never load. But the blackout was never the threat. It was the test. Lisa uncovers classified files, a coordinated simulation run across multiple countries. The goal, not fixing the grid, but testing behavior when the systems fail.
Right, I tell you what, AI is a bit too much lately. You don't know whether this is AI or not. I've never heard of that episode of Simpsons ever. I might be wrong. Let me know what you think down in the comments.
On a serious note,
The moment the truck struck me, I was standing at the gates of heaven. And it was magnificent. It was like the inside of an oyster. It was pearl and dazzling, almost like it was living. It just looked that way because of the light reflecting off the gate. Heaven is light. God is light. It's astounding. One of the most difficult things about talking about heaven is that you have to do it with earthly words. And there are no earthly words that do it justice. I was surrounded by people I knew and loved in life. The first person I saw was my grandfather. I was very close to my grandfather. Last time I saw him, he was in a casket. At his funeral, he did not look good. Now I'm standing at the gates of heaven, and there he is to greet me. And he looked really good. He extended his hands to me and spoke a language I've never heard before, but fully understood, and said, "Welcome home, Donnie." The music was phenomenal. Thousands of songs at the same time without chaos. All manner of music, instrumental, choruses. Astoundingly, they just invade you. I mean, you're permeated by the music. My senses were incredibly vivid, touch and taste and feel and hearing. It was just it's just the most real thing that's ever happened to me. After I greeted the people, they parted, and I could see through the gate. There was a long boulevard that really bisects the city, and it appears to be constructed of gold. So many of the things that we experience here are there, but much infinitely more glorious and perfect. I wanted to climb that hill and fall at the feet of the great God of all creation and say, "Thank you for letting me come." That was my objective. The moment.
Yeah, I like that video. I did. I remember when I was a kid, actually, when I was less susceptible to all this crap in the world. I remember seeing my grandfather, maybe having a dream of my grandfather about a couple of years after he passed. We had just moved to Cyprus, and I don't know what was going on. So this sort of thing does resonate with me, and I love watching these videos. Whether they're true or not, you don't know. You just don't know because your eyes see, but the rest of you feels. So I like watching these videos. I've always been hopeful in one way or another, especially lately, the way things are going lately. Anyway, this was Lawrence with Tango's TikToks. I hope you enjoyed this little video, making a change from the other stand-up stuff I've been doing. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you're interested in. Give us your names. Let's start a community. Have an amazing day. Bye.